everyone who is watching us all over the world. My name is Irina Bagurets. I'm the president of Inawila Desoplexy club in Ukraine, and we are meeting Michelle from Melbourne. Please, Michelle, present yourself and we'll start our talking.
Hello, Irina. I'm Michelle from Auckland, New Zealand. So I'm in the Inner Wheel Club of Aotea Auckland in the district of NZ 291. So I was a charter member of that club, which was actually 12 years ago. So yeah, I love it, and it's been a great impact in my life.
How now things are going inside your club? How do you communicate and how do you support each other, and what things are done inside your club, and what are the perspectives?
Okay, so our club, as said, we chartered 12 years ago. We were the first, apparently, new generation club in the world to charter. So we were chartered by our mother's club, which was here in Auckland. And we started off with quite a high number, but due to members having babies and getting married and moving out of town, our numbers dwindled quite a lot. We're now at 12 members, and we'd already moved on to using WhatsApp and we have a Facebook page, and we'd been talking about changing up how we do meetings already. So once COVID-19 struck and we all got sent home, it was just the natural progression into taking our meetings onto Zoom meetings and keeping in contact with each other. So we're doing pretty well. We're having morning teas, we're having Friday afternoon drinkies, we're having chats when any of us need a chat. We've got our WhatsApp group that we're keeping constantly in contact with each other, and a lot of us are phoning each other and just checking in while we're now day 29 of lockdown. So we're going well. We're enjoying each other's company.
So what things are done inside your club to support other people of your community?
Yeah, so one of the things we discussed at our last club meeting, which was just the other night, was the fact that we're really conscious at the moment we can't get out and we can't do anything. So what we have decided as a group of women is that we haven't been commuting anywhere. We haven't been going to the office. We haven't been leaving home to go to work. So we've decided to donate our commute, which is a tank of petrol or our public transport costs for the month that we've been at home. And with that, we're just putting it at the moment into the club funds. And once we're out of lockdown, we will find the right community group to give that to. It looks pretty likely at the moment that the biggest need in the community is going to be with the food banks. High unemployment, really bad economic situation happening. There are people that have never had to use a food bank before that are going to be going in and needing those. So that's probably where we're going to go. I was talking to someone today that was saying that the food banks actually don't want you to go in and buy the food. They want you to give them the money because they can get more food for the money for the wholesalers, which we're unable to go and do at the moment. So that's one way that we're working. The other thing that we're doing at the moment is that we're all cleaning out our wardrobes and cleaning out all the extra cosmetics and the toiletries and the things that you find in the cupboards. And we're actually going to be donating our handbags and shoes and business clothes to a charity for women that need them.
Don't you think that your business clothes, you don't need it anymore?
No, because there are clothes that you just haven't worn for a while, so it's time for a wardrobe clean out. It's not that we won't need them, because we'll still need them, but there are things that we haven't necessarily worn for some time, so we can pass them on.
I can say that I'm now sitting at my mother's house in the country, and I wear 2 sweatshirts and 2 pants, and I don't need anything else, no bags, no shoes, no business costume suits. So I guess it's okay for me, but I can breathe fresh air because I'm in the house now. And you are in the apartment, am I right?
No,
No?
no. I live on a little mini farm, so I have native bush all around me, and I have a lovely environment. I'm very privileged and very lucky to be living where I live. I go down and I feed my chickens every morning and get my
Wow.
fresh eggs for breakfast. I go out and talk to I have 4 sheep, so I go out and walk with my sheep. So no, I live in a lovely little area just outside of the city, and I'm lucky. I feel for the people that are stuck in apartments, because it must be really difficult. Yeah, and I had to put on some proper business clothes today because I had a board meeting this evening. So it's the first time that I've worn anything other than shorts and t-shirts. And
Yes, the same.
yeah. So
tell me,
I have a really good routine of I have an exercise class that I do that happens every morning. So I've been going and doing that every morning to start my day, and then I do a few hours work, and then I have so many projects and things that I just have wanted that time to get them done, and now's the time to be able to do them. So I'm going really well here. I feel lucky. Lucky that I've had the time.
yes, I know. I guess that humanity needed this stop because we live in a very turbulent times all around the world. And again, it's like I feel it's like a holiday for me because it's my mother's house. It's like I'm a student because she cooks, she makes the house, and my 2 children, they're happy to be outside. But my husband still lives in Odessa, and he has to work because I can work online. My partners, they do work offline, but I can do it online. I guess like a holiday, just
Yes.
spring, very nice. I wanted to ask you, does your government help people in your country somehow?
Yeah, so what happened was that we went into the 4 levels of lockdown. So at level 4, it meant, which we've been at for 29 days, has meant that nobody is allowed to go anywhere except for once a day you're allowed to go out and exercise within your local area. Or you're allowed to go and get your groceries. And then essential workers are the only people that should be driving anywhere. The government meant that they needed to support us in many ways because a lot of people lost jobs, lost income. So they put on a wage subsidy, a benefit for people. They have, for example, people that are in rental properties, they're not allowed to be kicked out of their rental properties for 6 months. They're not allowed to have any rent increases. The government are looking at lots of ways that they're going to be able to support us through the next 6, 12, 18 months. However, it's going to take really to get the economy back up and running.
Well, I think it's not less than 3 years. The situation will last.
No, they're just looking at it long-term wise as far as, what's going to happen. It's going to take a while to rebuild everything back to what was before, or is it going to go back to what was before? On Tuesday, so it's Thursday night now, so on Tuesday we go into level 3. So that means then that we go from people only being able to work who are essential workers, that people that can go back to the workplace and work safely are able to go back to work. Everyone else is encouraged to stay at home. Schools are opening just up to the age of 15 for students that they have to go because their parents are essential workers and there's no one to look after them at home. Otherwise, they're being asked to be kept at home. So at the moment, the government has put school onto TV, and and they've also sent out school books to every child. They've got online learning happening all over the place, but not everybody is online, so they've pulled it onto making a TV channel. So they're going to continue doing that. So we've got 2 weeks at level 3, and then from there we move to level 2. So at level 3, no restaurants are opening, but takeaways, drive-through restaurants are opening. So you'll be able to go to drive-through KFC or drive-through McDonald's, but no other restaurants or cafes are opening. Everything has to be done contactless. So it'll be interesting to see what the lines are like and how people who are desperate to get outside of their houses for a nice cup of coffee, how are they going to cope with
and
having
do
to stand?
citizens in your country, do they obey this self-isolation? Because in our country they don't, and we have all McDonald's opened, we can go outside, whatever. Yeah, I don't know what the situation will be here, because people, they just have no possibility to work and to feed their families, because our government don't give us support, any support. They probably give support to medicines, but it's very low, and all is done by volunteers and by people who work. We occur to be in very difficult situation. That's why I guess this lockdown is can go further, and people will come back to work, notwithstanding this situation.
Yeah, so one of the things the New Zealand government did was that they wanted to make a stand of saying that we're going to try and just knock this out as well as we can. The benefit of being in New Zealand is that we are an island. So they closed the borders, that nobody, unless you are a New Zealand citizen, can get into the country. And when you do get into the country, you are now sent away to a hotel to live 2 weeks quarantine and get your food brought to you. So the government have been really tough with it. They want to stamp it out. Today, every day we get a press conference from the Prime Minister, and so I have a little diary that I keep, and every day I record, you know, how many cases, how many new cases, how many in hospital, how many have died. Quite sad. But so as of today, we've got 1,451 cases. We've had 16 people die. We've had 1,065 recover. So that's a 73% recovery rate. And as of today, it was the first day since we started, so the first day in over a month, that we've had absolutely no new cases. So
that's great news.
It's in the corner, and it's really good news. But we are the exception. We have had a lot of debate about, have we gone too tough? Has it been too hard on people? The economy has suffered dreadfully. We've got unemployment everywhere, and it's a really hard situation to be in. But if we can virtually eliminate COVID-19 from New Zealand, then we're one of the first countries to be able to do that.
That's great. That sounds great.
Yeah, so that's why we're all just getting stuck in and just doing it. We'll all get through. We'll be okay. But it's hard. It's really tough.
But when the borders are opened, don't you think that the second wave will come to your country?
Yeah, but they're not talking about opening the borders anytime soon. So we go into level 2. Once we go into level 2, it's still lockdown borders. The borders aren't going to open again until we get to level 1, and they're talking 6 months at least.
Okay, I understand.
So they're sort of hanging out and waiting for a vaccine.
Well, I think it will take a year and a half when the vaccine will come. We have a
Yeah.
lot of conspiracy theories that the vaccine will kill a lot of people after a year, that will, the vaccine, they will do the vaccine. And so everyone is afraid that the situation will get worse, and that it have to 1 billion, or how many? One golden billion has to come. It has to stay on Earth, not
Oh,
8. So many
mm,
theories and many news and information inside our heads.
yeah.
That's why people are afraid.
Yeah.
I don't think when the vaccine will come that they will do it. It's my
Oh, look, I
opinion.
mean, a lot of people are very afraid. And one of my concerns is that, you know, especially the over 70s, you know, we've sent the over 70s home. They're not allowed out. They're being isolated. And loneliness is an epidemic the world over already. And yet they're now in the situation where they are being asked to stay at home. I know my own parents, they are used to their own company, but you know, they're on the phone a lot more than they used to be. And, you know, they're saying, when we go to level 3, can you please open up your bubble and let us in, because we need to see some other faces other than,
Yeah.
you know, just ourselves. But we've got, the government are looking at all sorts of funding for, they understand the mental health issues that are involved, and they understand that there's going to have to be a lot of funds thrown in to support programs to keep people connected and keep them, it might be physically isolated but not mentally isolated.
Right.
So, you know, they're talking some good talk. We've got a lot of apps that have been released, and a lot of our celebrities are doing TV things talking about how to cope.
So the future is after digitalization.
Yeah, it
Will
is.
be digital, yeah.
It is. It is. Let's go digital. We have a simple thing, you know, that we did in our club was we came up with the 3 Bs: be connected, be active, and be grateful. So each day I have a little diary, my little gratitude journal, and I record the numbers of what's been happening, but I also make sure that I have spoken to at least 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
That I have done at least 3 different things, and not sat on the sofa and watched TV all day, but, you know, I've done something different every day. And then what have I got to be grateful for? Because amongst all of this, there's a lot to be grateful for. You know, it's a horrible thing to happen out there in society. However, it's also a great gift that we've been given. It's a chance for us all to breathe, take a break,
That's a wonderful word.
take in the nature that there is around you, because there's so much that we just don't see in our normal lives. My husband and I sat there on the first week on our deck, and we were looking out and the birds were singing, and it's like nature has become really noisy. You know, they're there all the time, but you don't notice it until everything else stops.
Oh yeah,
So
birds are singing all around.
yeah, and it's beautiful. It's really lovely, you know, it's really lovely to just be able to take some time to just breathe and be, yeah.
What I want to ask you is to make a wish to all ladies all around the world in the end of our little conversation. Please tell us, what do you wish for to us?
Look, my thoughts are with inner world friends all around the world all the time, and I love the connectivity that I have with a lot of them through social media, through Facebook. I've even got someone ringing me right now on WhatsApp from the other side of the world. I love the friendship that we all share, and now is a time that we should be sharing that friendship even more than ever. Technology is an amazing thing that we've talked about for so long, and now the opportunities are there for us to use them and to actually connect a lot more than we have been able to in the past. So this is a start, and it's a wonderful thing that you're doing, Arana, in your club. And it's something that it would be wonderful to see happening with many other people all around the world and in our community. So thank you for doing this great job, and I send best wishes to every Inner Wheel member that watches this and that's out there in the community, and I hope to connect with you all again very soon.
Very soon, then we're offline on the globe. So thank you for this little conversation. And
I'll do my little video with my chicken feeding and my sheep tomorrow morning.
I'll be waiting it on via Facebook, and you'll send me a file, or you will send me via Telegram, whatever. And I want to, yes, I will send you my Telegram number, and you'll send me there, okay? Then I will be able to use it and to make a little short
video
inside this video. So thank you very much, and have a good
night, and I will talk to you another time.
Yeah. So thank you very much, and see you somewhere on the globe.
Somewhere on the globe, exactly.
Bye bye. Bye bye.